If you want to keep your gun rights, then you better wake up. So just the other day, the all-time world's champion gun salesman, that would be former President Barack Obama, gave an interview to CBS News and threw his 2 cents into the ring. Being a gun hater, 2 cents is about all it was worth. So let's tear this thing apart. Here we go.
Look, I think somehow, and there are a lot of historical reasons for this, gun ownership in this country became an ideological issue.
Yeah, that's because one ideology, your ideology, is that making people unable to defend themselves, their loved ones, or their freedom is somehow better. And the other ideology is that, no, being unable to defend those things is not better. It's worse. So that makes it ideological.
Mm-hmm. And a partisan issue?
Again, yes. But that's because one party, your party, wants to strip away our rights, and the other party, they want to preserve our rights. So that pretty well makes it a partisan issue. Funny how that works.
In ways that it shouldn't be.
In ways that it shouldn't be. Your ideology wants to make us helpless, and your party wants to strip our rights. You damn right it should be ideological and partisan.
It has become sort of a proxy for arguments about our culture wars, urban versus rural.
No, it's not. It's not a proxy argument for anything else. It's a very simple matter of you gun haters want to take away our rights and us not letting it happen. That's it. That's what it is, and that's all it is. And that's all it ever has been. All of this other stuff you're talking about, that has absolutely nothing to do with it. Y'all try to make it about that, but it isn't.
Race is always an element in these issues.
Thank you for proving my point.
Issues of, class and education and so forth.
What the hell does class and education level have to do with anything? Look, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, where you were born, where you live, what color you are, where you went to school, if you went to school. Absolutely none of that has any bearing whatsoever on your right as an American citizen to own and carry your gun, to defend yourself and your loved ones and your freedom. That's the end of it. You, the gun haters, are the ones that are always trying to get us fighting amongst ourselves over race and rural versus urban and education level and class and all of these different things that y'all like to divide us over. We, on the pro-gun side, we don't give a damn about any of that. If you're an American, you have a right to your guns. Period.
And so instead of just taking a very practical approach, like we do, let's say, for example, with car safety.
Right. Letting people defend themselves is the practical approach. Passing laws that make it impossible for them to defend themselves exactly when they need to the most, that is not the practical approach. I would think a man of your intelligence would know that.
Right. Where we say, all right, we got a bunch of accidents, let's have seatbelts.
Let's make cars safer.
Let's make cars safer, and let's engineer roads so that we prevent them.
There's just one little thing you're forgetting, sir. Not all of us are wealthy ex-presidents with Secret Service agents running around with guns protecting us. We have to protect ourselves. We have to do that for ourselves. And that gun on our hip, that is our individual, personal seatbelt.
Instead of thinking about it in a very pragmatic way, we end up really arguing about identity and emotion and all kinds of stuff that does not have to do with keeping our children safe.
The hypocrisy of you gun haters is absolutely unbelievable. For 8 years, men with guns went to school with your kids. Men with guns protected your wife. Men with guns protected you. They still protect you and your wife. I don't know if former presidents' children get Secret Service protection, but everywhere you go, there's at least 2 men with guns. In that very room where you were doing that interview, there were 2 men standing there, right there, with guns, protecting you. And yet here you are telling the rest of us that we shouldn't have them. We shouldn't have that protection. It should not be available to us. Your kids were completely safe every day they went to school because they were guarded by men with guns. Why can't the rest of the kids have that? It worked for your kids. Seems like it would work for everyone else's kids. Don't you think? And there it is, folks. Every single time one of those gun hater hypocrites starts spewing their nonsense, I'm going to call them out on it. And I really don't care who it is. I don't give a damn if he's an ex-president. He's wrong. He's a hypocrite. And I'm going to say so. I'm going to call him out on it. And you need to call him out on it too. Y'all are really going to get tired of hearing me say this. And I'm sorry, I don't care. It's the truth. The gun haters are the only ones doing the talking. When was the last time you saw a pro-gun person on TV defending our gun rights? I can't remember the last time I saw it. We are letting them get away with this because we're not standing up. We're not speaking up. We're letting them run the show. And we need to knock it off. Yes, it seems like the courts are on our side right now, but even if they are, it won't be that way forever. In fact, it won't be that way for much longer. I'm going to do another video on this. It's going to be short and sweet, but here's the bottom line. Clarence Thomas is in his mid-70s. Sam Alito is in his early 70s. We're not going to have a pro-gun court for, I don't think it'll be 10 years. So we better get ready. We better get organized. And I'm not talking about some politically correct, nice and friendly type stuff. I mean, get ready to throw the gauntlet down and tell them you're not taking our guns. If we don't do that, then they're going to shove gun control down our throats, and then we're going to be faced with a choice. Give up our guns or fight for them. I don't want it to come to that. And I mean it. I don't want it to come to that. So, down in the description box, there's all the links you need to follow us on everything. Donate to the crowdfunding campaign if you can. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going away. I may be on here by myself. That's just fine. But I'm not going to give it up. Because I won't be giving up just my gun rights. You've heard me say this before. I'll be giving up my sons and my grandsons and my great-great-grandsons and so on and so forth, all the way for the rest of the history of the country. Once our gun rights are gone, they're never coming back. If you'd like to help me stop them, number one, share this video everywhere. Share it all over the place. Help me spread the word. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. That defeats the YouTube anti-gun algorithm. And if you can, kick something into the crowdfunding campaign. That's it. That's really all there is to say. All I can do is get up here and do what I can do, which is make these videos and try to lead an organization. I need you to get on board with me. And if you do, we can win this thing. If you don't, well, who knows? Anyway, I'm David Ahmed. Thank you for watching.